Photoshop uses some traditional tools from the olden days of photography, which are located right here. We see that we have something called the Dodge tool, the Burn tool, and the Sponge tool. Dodge is useful for lightening pixels. Burn, of course, does the opposite and darkens them, and Sponge will desaturate the pixels. We can also, by the way, control how powerful these tools work by going up here and modifying some of the controls. So for example, I'll take the Dodge tool and I can choose to work in a range that deals with midtones, shadows, or highlights. I can also increase or decrease the exposure, which pretty much controls the power of this effect. I can also invoke the airbrush mode, and I can protect the tones so that the tool doesn't go so far that it clips the colors. Works in kind of the same way that the Vibrance does. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take this tool and go to the little cheeks here, and I'll just brush a little tiny bit to lighten those areas. I could also hit the left bracket on my keyboard and add a little bit of a highlight to her nose. She's dreaming of playing a paladin, by the way, in World of Warcraft. I'm pretty sure of that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to now grab my Burn tool, and with this tool I can darken the pixels. So I can add some shadow, for example, under her chin, or darken some areas of the fur. As you can see, I can paint with this as well and kind of modify the fur if I want to. And last but not least, I can use the Sponge tool to desaturate or saturate the pixels. As you see here, with Vibrance on, it's going to help prevent clipping as well, so the colors don't go too far either direction. So I'll choose Desaturate. I'll increase the size of the brush, and I'll start to pull out some of the color. I can also saturate and intensify the values. And as always, I can always modify how the tool works by adjusting the flow, turning on airbrush mode, and increasing or decreasing the size of the brush with these controls, and also choosing a hard or soft brush. We can always hit escape to close this panel once you open that up.